Have you ever felt stuck, like your days are slipping away and no matter how much you try, real change feels impossible? Here's the truth: transformation isn't about massive leaps, it's about tiny, consistent steps. Today I'll show you 10 daily habits that can truly transform your life. Practices so simple, you'll wonder why no one told you sooner. Every great life begins with great habits. The little things we do every day shape who we become and what we achieve. But here's the challenge: not all habits are created equal. Some keep you spinning in circles while others elevate your life, helping you find clarity, purpose, and success. If you're ready to break free from the ordinary and step into a life of growth and fulfillment, these 10 habits are where you begin. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll have a clear roadmap to make each day count, starting today. Or habit 1, start your day with purpose. The way you start your day can determine how the rest of it unfolds. For most people, the day begins like this: the alarm goes off, and without even thinking, they reach for their phone. They start scrolling through social media, checking emails, or getting lost in the world of notifications. It's a reactive way to begin the day, letting outside forces dictate what's going to happen next. But let's be real here. The first hour of your day is precious. It's the foundation upon which everything else is built. And if you begin the day without purpose, chances are you'll spend the rest of it drifting along, reacting to whatever life throws your way. So let's break the cycle and take control of that first hour. Imagine if you could begin your day with purpose. Really think about what you want to accomplish, how you want to feel, and what you need to focus on. When you do this, you start the day as the captain of your own ship, not a passenger. And that makes all the difference. The power of purpose. Think about it for a second. The first few moments after you wake up are the most important moments of your day. They set the tone. If you roll out of bed without any sense of direction, it's easy to get caught up in the whirlwind of distractions and chaos. But if you wake up and make the decision to start with purpose, you've already won the morning. And when you win the morning, you win the day. Purpose is the fuel that propels you forward. Without it, you're just drifting through life, reacting to whatever comes your way. But with purpose, you create a path. You know exactly what you need to do. You're not overwhelmed by all the things that need to be done, because you've already identified your top priority for the day. And that's what will drive you forward. What happens when you start your day with purpose? When you start the day with purpose, your focus sharpens, your energy shifts, you feel motivated, not because you're overwhelmed by a mountain of things to do, but because you've got clarity. You know exactly what matters most, and that clarity gives you the momentum to move forward with confidence. But it's not just about doing more. It's about doing what matters. It's easy to get caught up in the hustle, checking off tasks, filling up the day with busy work. But when you start your day with purpose, you ask yourself one critical question: what do I want to achieve today? And then you focus on that one thing. It could be a work-related task, a personal goal, or something as simple as taking time for yourself. The key is to define what matters and go after it. How to implement this habit. Starting your day with purpose doesn't require a complicated routine. It's about carving out a few minutes of intentional thought. Here's how you can start. 1. Wake up with a sense of calm. When you wake up, take a deep breath. Don't jump straight into the noise of the world. Just for a moment, pause and be present. This moment of stillness sets the tone for everything that follows. You'll notice a difference in how you approach the rest of the day. 2. Ask yourself what you want to achieve. This is the most important question. Before you even get out of bed, ask yourself, what do I want to achieve today? It's not about a long list of tasks. It's about one clear goal. It could be finishing a project at work, having a meaningful conversation with a friend, or taking care of your health. Whatever it is, give yourself a singular focus. 3, write it down. There's something powerful about writing things down. It brings clarity. It makes the goal real. Take a piece of paper or open your phone and write down your goal for the day. When you write it, you're committing to it. This simple act of writing helps solidify your purpose for the day and sets you up for success. 4, visualize your success. Spend a couple of minutes visualizing what success looks like for the day. Picture yourself achieving your goal. See the steps you'll take, the challenges you might face, and how you'll overcome them. Visualization creates a mental image of success, which makes it easier to take the necessary actions. 5, get to work early. Once you've set your purpose for the day, don't waste time. Get to work early. This is where you use your energy, focus, and drive to tackle your top priority. The morning is the time when your mind is sharpest, so use that to your advantage. The impact of purposeful mornings on the rest of your life. You might be thinking, that sounds easy enough, but does it really make a difference? The answer is absolutely yes. The beauty of starting your day with purpose is that it doesn't just affect your mornings, it sets the tone for the entire day. And when you start your day on a positive, focused note, it ripples through the rest of your life. You see, habits like this are cumulative. When you consistently wake up with purpose, it becomes a habit that works in the background, even on the days when you're not actively thinking about it. Over time, you'll notice that you're getting more done, staying focused on what matters and feeling more fulfilled. It's not about working harder, it's about working smarter. When you start each day with purpose, you naturally align yourself with your goals and values, and that makes achieving them much easier. Common mistakes to avoid. While starting your day with purpose sounds simple, there are a few common mistakes people make that can undermine the effectiveness of this habit. Let's address them. Not giving yourself enough time. One of the biggest mistakes is trying to rush through the process. Starting your day with purpose requires a few moments of quiet reflection. Don't skip this part by jumping straight into your to-do list or emails. Overloading yourself with goals, the power of purpose comes from focus. Don't try to tackle everything at once. Stick to one clear goal for the day. Trying to achieve too much leads to overwhelm and frustration. Not following through, it's easy to start with purpose but lose track of it later in the day. To make this habit stick, you need to stay committed. Keep your goal in mind and remind yourself of it throughout the day. Final thoughts. Starting your day with purpose doesn't require a complete overhaul of your routine. It's about small adjustments, pausing for a moment, setting your focus, and moving forward with intention. When you consistently begin your day with purpose, you'll notice a shift in how you approach everything. You'll feel more in control, more productive, and more fulfilled. And over time, this simple habit will transform not just your mornings, but your entire life. Or habit 2, practice gratitude. Gratitude is one of those things that sounds so simple, yet it's so easy to overlook. We live in a world that constantly pushes us to do more, achieve more, and accumulate more. The focus is always on what's next, what's missing, and what's not quite right yet. But here's the thing, if you're not careful, this mindset of constant striving can rob you of the happiness you already have. Gratitude is the antidote to that. It's so easy to get caught up in the hustle of life, working harder, chasing bigger goals, thinking that when we get that next promotion, buy that next thing, or reach that next milestone, everything will be better. But if you're always looking forward to the next thing, you're missing the beauty of what's right in front of you. Gratitude shifts your focus. It takes your attention away from what's lacking and brings it to what you already have. And here's the kicker: practicing gratitude doesn't just make you feel good in the moment. It has long-term benefits. People who regularly practice gratitude experience less stress, improved health, and deeper, more meaningful relationships. Gratitude rewires your brain to see abundance, not scarcity. It teaches you to appreciate what you have, which in turn makes you more resilient, more content, and more at peace. Why gratitude works. At its core, gratitude is about perspective. It's about choosing to focus on the positive rather than letting your mind get bogged down by the negative. But it's more than just a feel-good practice, it's a mindset shift. The more you practice gratitude, the more you train your brain to look for the good in every situation. Gratitude is like a muscle. The more you exercise it, the stronger it gets, and as your gratitude muscle gets stronger, you begin to see the world through a different lens. Challenges become opportunities. Obstacles become stepping stones. The world doesn't change, but your perspective does. And that makes all the difference. The benefits of practicing gratitude. The benefits of gratitude are far-reaching. Research has shown that people who regularly practice gratitude have lower levels of anxiety and depression. They sleep better, have stronger immune systems, and experience greater overall well-being. Why? Because gratitude helps you let go of negative emotions like envy, resentment, and frustration. It pulls your focus away from what you don't have and places it firmly on what you do have. Gratitude also strengthens relationships. When you express gratitude to others, it deepens your connections and builds trust. People like to feel appreciated, and when you take the time to show gratitude, you build a culture of mutual respect and kindness. But perhaps the greatest benefit of all is the sense of peace and contentment that comes with practicing gratitude. Instead of constantly feeling like something is missing or that you need more, gratitude helps you appreciate what's already here. And when you can do that, you start to realize that you already have everything you need to be happy. How to practice gratitude every day. You don't need to make gratitude a complicated practice. It's the small, consistent actions that make the biggest difference. Here's how you can begin. 1. Start your day with gratitude. The first thing you do in the morning sets the tone for the rest of your day. Before you even get out of bed, take a moment to think about 3 things you're grateful for. They don't have to be big things. It could be something as simple as a good night's sleep or a warm cup of coffee. This sets a positive tone for the rest of your day. 2. Keep a gratitude journal. At the end of each day, take a few minutes to write down 3 things you're grateful for. Write it down by hand if possible. This practice not only helps you reflect on the positives of your day, but also reinforces the habit of gratitude. 3. Express gratitude to others. Don't just keep your gratitude to yourself. Express it to the people around you. Tell your friends, family, and coworkers how much you appreciate them. A simple thank you can go a long way in strengthening relationships. 4. Shift your perspective in challenging moments. It's easy to be grateful when everything is going well, but what about when things get tough? This is where the real power of gratitude comes in. In difficult moments, instead of focusing on what's going wrong, ask yourself, what's one thing I can be grateful for right now? It could be something small, but shifting your focus helps you stay grounded. Common mistakes to avoid. While gratitude is a simple practice, there are a few common mistakes that people make when trying to cultivate it. Focusing only on big things, gratitude doesn't have to be reserved for huge moments. Don't wait for a major event to feel thankful. Even the small, everyday things are worth acknowledging. Not being consistent like any habit, gratitude requires consistency. If you only practice it sporadically, you won't experience the full benefits. Make it a daily habit, and you'll see lasting change. Taking things for granted, it's easy to fall into the trap of taking things for granted once they become familiar. Practice being grateful for the ordinary, everyday things in your life. Gratitude is more than just a nice feeling, it's a way of life. When you consistently practice gratitude, you change your perspective. You start seeing the world through a lens of abundance, and that shift makes all the difference. You'll be more content, more at peace, and more resilient in the face of challenges. So start today. Take a moment to appreciate the good in your life and watch how everything begins to change for the better. Habit 3, set aside time for learning. There's a saying that goes, the more you learn, the more you earn, but let me tell you something even more important. The more you learn, the more you grow. Learning is not just a way to boost your career. It's a way to enhance your life. Yet many people think learning stops once they leave school. That's the biggest mistake they can make. The truth is, life is the best teacher if you're willing to learn. And it doesn't have to be a big, time-consuming task. If you commit to learning just one new thing every day, imagine how much wiser you would be a year from now. Over time, knowledge compounds. It adds up in ways that you might not even realize. But to make that happen, you need to make learning a daily habit. The value of daily learning, it's easy to get caught up in the routine of life. Work, family, and daily responsibilities often take precedence, and before you know it, your personal growth gets pushed aside. But here's the thing, growth doesn't happen by accident, it happens by choice. And one of the most effective ways to ensure your growth is to dedicate time every day to learning. Learning doesn't have to be some grand, overwhelming endeavor. It could be as simple as reading a book, listening to a podcast, watching an educational video, or having a deep conversation with someone who has knowledge in an area you're curious about. You don't have to spend hours, just 15 to 20 minutes a day can have a profound impact on your life. It doesn't matter if you're reading a book on personal finance, listening to a podcast on leadership, or watching a documentary on history. The key is consistency. When you make learning a daily habit, you begin to see the world in a whole new light. How knowledge compounds. Here's something fascinating, knowledge compounds. What does that mean? It means that each little piece of information you learn builds on the last. Think about it like this when you read a book. The lessons you learn today won't just help you today. They'll be there for you tomorrow, next week, next month, and even years from now. They'll inform your decisions, help you solve problems, and guide you through life's challenges. It's like planting seeds in a garden. The more you plant, the more the garden grows, and eventually you start seeing the fruits of your labor. But if you stop learning, that growth stops. The world doesn't stand still, and neither should you. If you're not actively learning, you're falling behind. The world is constantly changing, and the knowledge you have today may not be enough to solve tomorrow's problems. But when you keep learning, you're staying ahead. You're sharpening your mind, expanding your horizons, and preparing yourself for the future. Learning is more than just gaining knowledge. It's important to understand that learning is not just about accumulating facts or memorizing information. It's about transforming that knowledge into action. Learning without applying it is like having a toolbox full of tools but never using them. It's what you do with the knowledge you gain that counts. What you learn today could solve tomorrow's problems. It could help you make better decisions, improve your relationships, or guide you through a tough situation. Learning is about taking information and turning it into practical, real-world results. Every piece of knowledge you gain has the potential to help you make better choices, seize opportunities, and overcome obstacles. But you have to be intentional about applying what you learn. It's easy to get caught up in the excitement of learning new things, but if you don't apply that knowledge, it's like storing water in a leaky bucket, it's going to slip away. To truly benefit from your learning, you have to actively use it in your life. How to make learning a habit. Now, the real question is, how do you make learning a habit? How do you fit it into a busy life? The good news is, it doesn't take a lot of time. The key is consistency. Here are a few ways to make learning a daily habit. 1. Set aside time every day. This is non-negotiable. If you want to make learning a habit, you have to treat it like any other important task in your life. Set aside at least 15 to 20 minutes each day to learn. It could be first thing in the morning, during your lunch break, or before you go to bed. The time doesn't matter as much as the consistency. Find a time that works for you and stick to it. 2. Read books. Reading is one of the best ways to learn. It's an investment in yourself. Pick up books on topics that interest you or books that will help you grow personally and professionally. You don't need to read for hours at a time. Even reading for 15 minutes a day can add up over time. 3. Listen to podcasts. Podcasts are a great way to learn while you're on the go. You can listen to them while you're driving, walking, or doing chores around the house. There's a podcast out there for nearly every subject business, self-improvement, health technology, and more. Take advantage of these opportunities to learn while you do other things. 4. Watch educational videos. Sometimes a short video can teach you just as much as a book. Platforms like YouTube, TED Talks, and online learning sites like Coursera or Khan Academy have a wealth of educational content. You can learn anything from leadership skills to technical knowledge, all in a few minutes a day. 5. Engage in conversations. Sometimes the best way to learn is through dialogue. Engage in conversations with people who know more than you. Whether it's a mentor, a colleague, or a friend, you'll learn valuable lessons by listening and asking questions. You might not always agree, but you'll be expanding your perspective, and that's what learning is all about. 6. Take notes and review them. Taking notes is a great way to absorb and retain information. After you learn something new, jot it down. It could be in a notebook or on your phone. Reviewing your notes regularly reinforces what you've learned and helps you remember it long term. Why learning is the key to success. Some people think success is just about working hard or having the right connections, but the truth is, success is a combination of many things. Knowledge is one of the most important ingredients. You can work hard all you want, but if you don't have the knowledge to make the right decisions, you're not going to get very far. Knowledge allows you to see opportunities where others see problems. It allows you to innovate, to adapt, and to succeed in an ever-changing world. The most successful people in the world are lifelong learners. They never stop seeking knowledge. They understand that the more they learn, the better equipped they are to tackle whatever life throws their way. Whether it's navigating a difficult work situation, making a big life decision, or pursuing a personal goal, knowledge is the foundation on which success is built. Common mistakes to avoid. As you embark on the journey of daily learning, there are a few common mistakes to watch out for. Trying to learn everything at once, don't overwhelm yourself by trying to learn everything. Focus on one thing at a time and master it before moving on to the next topic. Not applying what you learning without application is like owning a car but never driving it. Make sure to take what you've learned and put it into practice. The true value of learning comes when you apply that knowledge. Neglecting consistency, it's not enough to learn once in a while. To make real progress, learning needs to be a daily habit. If you only learn sporadically, you won't experience the compounding benefits of daily learning. final thoughts. Learning is one of the most powerful habits you can cultivate. When you commit to learning something new every day, you open up a world of possibilities. Knowledge will become your greatest asset, and it will help you grow personally, professionally, and emotionally. So make the choice today to invest in yourself through learning. Set aside time each day and watch how it transforms your life over time. Habit 4, move your body. We live in a world that's more sedentary than ever. We sit at desks all day, binge watch shows on the couch, and commute for hours in cars. It's easy to think that physical activity is something you do only if you're trying to get in shape, lose weight, or train for a marathon. But let me tell you something, movement is not just about fitness, it's about living a vibrant, energetic life. Your body was made to move, and when you neglect that need, everything else suffers. I think about it, your body is the vehicle that carries you through life. It's your most valuable asset, and yet most people don't treat it like that. They take it for granted. They sit for hours and neglect their physical well-being and then wonder why they feel tired, stressed, or mentally foggy. But here's the truth, if you want to thrive, you need to move your body. Why movement matters. Movement is the foundation of a healthy, productive life. It's not just about looking good or losing weight. When you move your body, you're doing more than just exercising. You're improving your mood, increasing your energy, boosting your resilience, and sharpening your mind. Physical activity releases endorphins, the body's natural mood boosters. It helps reduce stress, anxiety, and depression. When you move, you feel better both physically and mentally. But the benefits don't stop there. Regular movement strengthens your immune system, improves your circulation, and increases your longevity. The more you move, the healthier you become. But movement isn't just about physical health, it's also about mental clarity. Have you ever noticed that after a walk or a workout, your mind feels clearer? That's because physical activity helps you clear out mental fog and boost your cognitive function. When you move your body, you're not just improving your physical health, you're also giving your mind the boost it needs to stay sharp and focused. The power of consistency. It's easy to tell yourself, I'll start tomorrow or I'll work out when I have more time, but here's the reality: if you don't prioritize movement, it won't happen. The key is consistency. It's not about spending hours at the gym or running a marathon. It's about finding small ways to move every day. You don't have to run a 5K or lift heavy weights to see the benefits of physical activity. In fact, many people make the mistake of thinking that exercise has to be intense to be effective. But the truth is, even small amounts of movement done consistently can have a huge impact on your health. Whether it's going for a walk, doing yoga, or dancing around your living room, the key is to move your body every day. How to make movement a habit. Just like learning, physical activity needs to be a daily habit. And just like learning, it doesn't have to be time-consuming. Here's how you can incorporate movement into your daily life. 1. Take short walks. One of the easiest ways to move your body is by taking short walks. It doesn't matter if it's just a walk around the block or a stroll in the park. Walking is a great form of low-impact exercise. Aim to take a 10 to 15-minute walk every day. It's an easy way to get your body moving without much effort. 2. Stretch daily. Stretching is often overlooked, but it's essential for flexibility and reducing muscle tension. Spend 5 to 10 minutes every day stretching your body. Focus on areas that tend to get tight, like your neck, shoulders, and back. Stretching can also help reduce stress and improve your posture. 3. Find an activity you enjoy. The key to consistency is finding something you enjoy. If you hate running, don't force yourself to run. Find an activity that you love. It could be yoga, swimming, dancing, or even gardening. The more you enjoy it, the more likely you are to stick with it. 4. use movement breaks. If you sit at a desk all day, make it a habit to take movement breaks. Stand up, stretch, walk around for a few minutes every hour. You'd be surprised at how much even small movements can improve your energy and productivity. 5. Set goals. Setting small, achievable goals can help keep you motivated. Whether it's aiming for 10,000 steps a day or committing to a 10-minute workout every morning, having a goal gives you something to work toward. 6. Make it social. Find a workout buddy or join a fitness group. When you make movement a social activity, you're more likely to stick with it. Exercise can be more fun when you're doing it with others and you can hold each other accountable. The benefits of movement beyond fitness. Let's be clear, movement is not just about getting fitter or stronger. The real value of physical activity is in how it makes you feel. Moving your body improves your mood, reduces stress, and boosts your energy. And when you feel good, everything else falls into place. When you're energized, you're more productive. When you're not weighed down by stress and fatigue, you're more focused and motivated. You become more resilient to life's challenges and you're better equipped to handle whatever comes your way. Physical activity doesn't just improve your body, it enhances every aspect of your life. If you want to live a long, healthy, and fulfilling life, you need to prioritize movement. It's not about running marathons or spending hours in the gym. It's about finding small ways to move your body every day. When you make movement a habit, you'll see improvements in your physical health, mental clarity, and overall happiness. Start today. Move your body. Take care of yourself. Habit 5, control what you consume. What goes into your body? We all know the importance of eating nutritious food to keep our physical health in check. But here's something most people overlook. It's not just the food you eat that shapes your life. It's everything you consume. The news you watch, the social media you scroll through, the conversations you have, they all feed your mind and shape your thoughts. The question is, what are you allowing into your life? Is what you're consuming helping you grow, or is it draining your energy? You see, what you consume doesn't just affect your body, it affects your thoughts, your attitude, and the way you approach life. The food you eat is vital for your body, but the information you consume is vital for your mind. And just like you wouldn't eat junk food all day, you shouldn't feed your mind with negativity, gossip, or anything that doesn't serve your growth. The power of information. Every day we are bombarded with information. The news, social media, advertisements, and even casual conversations all flood our minds, but not all information is created equal. Some of it uplifts you, challenges your thinking, and inspires you to be better. Other information does the opposite. It drains your energy, fills you with fear, and distracts you from what's important. Now, I'm not saying that you should stick your head in the sand and ignore the world around you. Awareness is important, but it's about being intentional. Ask yourself, is the information I'm consuming helping me grow? If the answer is no, then it's time to make a change. You see, the mind is like a garden. Whatever you plant in it will grow. If you plant seeds of negativity, fear, and doubt, that's what will grow. But if you plant seeds of positivity, wisdom, and hope, you'll see the fruits of a strong, resilient, and empowered mindset. The information you feed your mind is the fertilizer that determines how your garden grows. The importance of control. Here's the thing about consuming information. It's easy to let the world dictate what you consume. You get caught in the habit of scrolling through social media, watching endless news stories, or engaging in toxic conversations. And before you know it, your mind is filled with clutter, distractions, and negativity. But if you want to live a life of purpose and growth, you must take control of what you consume. You don't have to avoid the news or social media entirely. The goal is not to isolate yourself from the world, but to be selective about what you allow in. Be intentional about what you choose to watch, read, and listen to. Ask yourself, does this serve my growth? Does it make me a better person? If it doesn't, then turn it off. Don't let negativity or distractions dictate the direction of your life. Start being intentional about what you consume. Instead of mindlessly scrolling through social media, spend that time reading something positive, listening to an inspiring podcast, or having a meaningful conversation. Fill your mind with wisdom, knowledge, and things that uplift you. The more you consume positivity, the more you'll attract positivity into your life. Mindful consumption of media. The media we consume is one of the biggest influences on our mindset. The news is often filled with negativity, fear, and drama. Social media is full of comparisons, highlights of other people's lives, and opinions that don't align with your values. While there's nothing wrong with staying informed or connecting with others online, it's important to be aware of how much negativity you're letting into your life. Consider this: how much time do you spend consuming content that makes you feel stressed, anxious, or upset? How much time do you spend comparing yourself to others or worrying about things that are out of your control? If you're spending hours every day consuming media that drains you, you're not allowing yourself to thrive. Your mind is too busy processing negativity to focus on your growth. So take control. Limit your exposure to negative news and social media. Choose to consume content that inspires, educates, and challenges you in a positive way. There's a world of uplifting, enriching content out there. Podcasts, books, documentaries, and YouTube channels that focus on self-improvement, personal development, and positive change. Fill your mind with this kind of content and you'll notice a shift in your thoughts, your energy, and the way you approach life. Conversations matter. It's not just the media that affects your mindset, it's also the conversations you have. Think about the people you spend the most time with. Are they uplifting and supportive? Or are they negative, complaining, and constantly focusing on problems? The people around you shape the way you think. They influence your perspective and your energy. You've probably heard the saying, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. The truth is, the people you surround yourself with have a powerful impact on your mindset. If you want to grow, you need to be around people who inspire you, challenge you, and support your goals. But it's not just about who you spend time with, it's also about the conversations you engage in. Are you constantly talking about problems, gossip, and negativity? Or are you having meaningful conversations that inspire growth, challenge old ideas, and encourage you to be your best? If you want to control what you consume, pay attention to the conversations you engage in. Surround yourself with people who lift you up and engage in conversations that nourish your mind and spirit. Nourishing your body and mind. As you take control of what you consume, remember that it's not just about limiting negativity. It's about nourishing both your body and your mind. Feed yourself with healthy food that fuels your body, and feed yourself with positive, enriching information that nurtures your mind. When you take care of both, you'll have the energy, focus, and resilience to thrive in every area of your life. Take a moment to evaluate what you're consuming. Ask yourself, what am I feeding my mind? Is it helping me grow, or is it holding me back? You have the power to choose what you consume, and those choices will have a profound impact on your life. So choose wisely. The power of intentional consumption. The most successful and fulfilled people are not passive consumers. They are intentional about what they allow into their lives. They feed their minds with books, podcasts, and conversations that promote growth. They watch shows that inspire and uplift them. They choose to surround themselves with people who challenge them and help them become the best version of themselves. But here's the thing, you don't need to be perfect. It's not about eliminating all negativity from your life. It's about balance and being mindful of what you allow to consume your time and energy. It's about being intentional with your consumption so that you can create space for growth, positivity, and wisdom. Control what you consume because it controls your mindset. Fill your mind with things that inspire, challenge, and nourish you. Be intentional with the information you take in, the conversations you engage in, and the media you consume. When you do, you'll notice a shift in your energy, your focus, and your ability to succeed. You are what you consume, so choose wisely. Habit 6, take time to reflect. Every day we go through a whirlwind of activities, work, meetings, phone calls, tasks to complete, emails to respond to, and so much more. We rush from one thing to the next, trying to get everything done, trying to keep up with the pace of life. But how often do we take the time to pause and reflect on the day? The truth is, reflection is one of the most powerful tools for growth. It's in those quiet moments of reflection that we gain clarity, understand our mistakes, and set ourselves up for a better tomorrow. Reflection is not about beating yourself up for what went wrong. It's about learning and growing from your experiences. It's about taking a moment to step back, look at the day, and ask yourself what went well today. What could I have done better? The importance of reflection. Reflection allows you to process the events of the day, understand your actions, and make adjustments. When you take the time to reflect, you are giving yourself the opportunity to learn from your experiences and grow. Without reflection, you might go through life on autopilot, repeating the same mistakes and missing opportunities for improvement. But when you take a few moments each day to reflect, you become more aware of your actions, your thoughts, and your emotions. You can recognize patterns that are working for you and patterns that are holding you back. Reflection helps you grow as a person, a leader, and a human being. While reflection leads to clarity. Here's something powerful: clarity comes from reflection. When you pause and look back on your day, you gain perspective. You can see where you succeeded, where you struggled, and where you can improve. Reflection allows you to step back from the noise of the day and gain the clarity you need to make better decisions moving forward. It's easy to get caught up in the busyness of life, but if you don't take the time to reflect, you can miss important insights and lessons. Reflection gives you the space to think deeply, learn from your mistakes, and adjust your course. It's how you avoid repeating the same errors and keep progressing toward your goals. How to make reflection a habit. Just like any other habit, reflection requires consistency. It's not something you should do just once in a while. It should be a daily practice. Here are a few ways you can. Make reflection a habit. 1. Set aside time for reflection. Make it a part of your daily routine. Set aside 10 to 15 minutes at the end of each day to reflect. It could be before you go to bed or after you finish your work. The key is to make it a regular practice. 2. Ask yourself the right questions. When you reflect, ask yourself questions that promote growth. Questions like, what went well today? What did I learn? What could I have done better? What do I want to improve tomorrow? These questions help you dig deeper and get to the root of your experiences. 3, write it down. Writing is a powerful tool for reflection. Journaling allows you to process your thoughts and emotions. It helps you clarify your ideas and track your progress over time. Writing down your reflections gives you something to look back on and learn from in the future. 4, be honest with yourself. Reflection requires honesty. Don't shy away from the areas where you could improve. Be truthful with yourself about your strengths and weaknesses. It's only when you're honest about where you are that you can truly grow. 5, celebrate your wins. Don't forget to celebrate your successes, no matter how small. When you reflect, take a moment to acknowledge what went well. This will boost your confidence and motivate you to keep going. The impact of reflection on personal growth. When you make reflection a habit, it accelerates your personal growth. You become more aware of your strengths and weaknesses, and you gain clarity on how to move forward. You also become more intentional about your actions, knowing that every choice you make shapes your future. Reflection helps you learn from the past, live in the present, and plan for the future. It keeps you grounded, focused, and aligned with your goals. And as you continue to reflect and improve, you'll find yourself growing into the person you were always meant to be. Make reflection a non-negotiable part of your daily routine. It's how you learn, grow, and stay on track. Don't rush through your days without taking the time to pause and reflect. The lessons you need are already within you, they just need space to be uncovered. Take that space. Reflect on your day, learn from it, and make tomorrow even better. Habit 7, eliminate one distraction. Distractions, let's face it, they are everywhere. Your phone buzzing with notifications, the endless scrolling through social media, or even tasks that don't matter but somehow manage to steal your attention. We live in a world that's constantly pulling us in 100 different directions. And while some distractions seem harmless over time, they accumulate and rob you of the one thing that matters most, your focus. Here's the hard truth: distractions are stealing your potential. They keep you from giving your best effort, from doing the work that truly moves you forward. And when distractions control your attention, you can never really move forward with your goals. The path to success requires a focused mind, one that isn't pulled away by every little interruption. But the good news, you can do something about it. You can take control of your focus. You can eliminate distractions one by one. The power of focus. Let's start with this: focus is power. When you focus, you direct your energy and efforts into the one thing that will make a difference. It's like using a magnifying glass to concentrate sunlight onto a single point. Without focus, your energy is scattered, and you never make real progress. Distractions, on the other hand, diffuse that energy. They take you off course, waste your time, and prevent you from reaching your full potential. Now, I know distractions are part of life. In fact, it's almost impossible to avoid them completely. But what you can do is minimize them. And here's how: start by identifying just one distraction you can eliminate. Don't try to tackle everything at once, start small. Maybe it's turning off notifications while you work. Maybe it's setting a time limit on social media. Maybe it's learning to say no to tasks that aren't aligned with your goals. Focus on one distraction and eliminate it. Over time, you'll see how these small changes add up to big results. The habit of eliminating distractions. Distractions are like weeds in a garden. If you don't remove them regularly, they'll overrun the place, crowding out everything that's important. The same is true for your time and focus. Every time you allow a distraction to pull you away from your work, you're planting another weed in your mind. But the key is to be consistent. Make it a daily habit to identify one distraction and remove it from your life. Here's how to do it. 1. Identify your distractions. The first step to eliminating distractions is to be aware of them. Take a moment to evaluate where your time is going. Are you spending too much time on your phone? Are you letting irrelevant tasks consume your day? Are you constantly jumping between tasks and losing your focus? The most common distractions are often the hardest to spot, but once you identify them, you can start taking action. Ask yourself, what's pulling me away from my work? What's distracting me from my goals? Write these distractions down. They could be anything from social media to unproductive habits to negative people in your life. Once you have a clear list, pick the one that's having the biggest impact on your focus and make it your priority. 2. Eliminate one distraction at a time. Now that you've identified your distraction, it's time to get rid of it. Don't try to eliminate everything at once. Start with the most obvious and most damaging distraction. If social media is your biggest time waster, turn off notifications or set a specific time each day for checking your feeds. If you find yourself spending too much time on unimportant tasks, delegate them or say no. Remember, the goal isn't perfection, it's progress. You're not trying to eliminate every distraction from your life. You're simply taking control over the distractions that matter most. By eliminating one distraction at a time, you'll find that your focus improves and you're able to direct your energy toward the things that matter. 3. Create space for what truly matters. When you eliminate distractions, you're not just removing something negative, you're creating space for something positive. The more distractions you remove, the more space you have for your work, your goals, and your growth. When you remove the clutter, you can see clearly and focus on the tasks that move you forward. It's about making choices. Every time you remove a distraction, you're choosing to give your attention to something more meaningful. You're choosing to invest your time in activities that move you closer to your goals. And as you create more space for what truly matters, you'll notice a shift. Your productivity will increase, your mindset will improve, and you'll start to feel more in control of your time and your life. 4. Be intentional with your time. Time is your most precious resource. It's limited. You can't get it back once it's gone. So every time you give in to a distraction, you're giving away a piece of your time. The more intentional you are with how you spend your time, the more you'll accomplish. But intentionality requires focus. And focus requires the elimination of distractions. Make a habit of planning your day in advance. Set clear goals and priorities. Block out time for deep work and protect that time from distractions. If a distraction comes up, ask yourself, is this helping me move toward my goals? If the answer is no, then let it go. Guard your focus fiercely. 5. Build momentum. As you start eliminating distractions and focusing more on what matters, you'll build momentum. The more you focus, the more progress you make. The more progress you make, the more motivated you become. Momentum is a powerful force, and once you have it on your side, it's much easier to keep moving forward. Every small step you take in eliminating distractions creates the momentum you need to keep achieving and growing. The long-term benefits of eliminating distractions. At first, eliminating distractions may feel difficult or uncomfortable. It requires self-discipline, and that's something most people struggle with. But over time, the benefits will become clear. As you focus on what matters and eliminate the distractions that don't, you'll see improvements in your productivity, your mindset, and your overall success. Distractions may never go away completely, but you'll learn to manage them. You'll develop the habit of identifying them quickly and taking action to eliminate them. And as you do, you'll find that your life becomes less chaotic and more focused. You'll have more time for the things that truly matter, and that's where success lies. Distractions are robbing you of your potential, but the power to eliminate them is in your hands. Start small, focus on one distraction at a time, and be intentional about where you invest your time. When you take control of your focus, you take control of your future. Guard your time fiercely, eliminate distractions, and watch your productivity soar. Habit 8, surround yourself with growth-oriented people. Who you spend your time with matters more than you realize. The people around you have a powerful influence on your mindset, your habits, and ultimately your success. They either lift you up or pull you down. If you're surrounded by negativity, it's hard to stay positive. If you're around people who don't challenge you or inspire you, you'll find it difficult to grow. But if you surround yourself with people who are committed to growth, people who encourage, support, and challenge you, then you're setting yourself up for success. This is not just some motivational talk. It's a principle that successful people live by. The people you spend the most time with will have a profound impact on the direction of your life. You might have heard it before: you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with, but have you ever stopped to think about how true that is? Your friends, colleagues, mentors, and even your family shape your mindset and behavior. They influence how you see the world, how you view yourself, and how you approach challenges. The impact of your circle. Take a moment to evaluate your inner circle. Do the people around you lift you up, or do they bring you down? Are they growth-oriented, or are they stuck in negative patterns? It's essential to recognize that you have the power to choose who you spend time with. If your current circle isn't pushing you toward growth, it might be time to reassess. Surrounding yourself with the right people is one of the most powerful things you can do for your personal development. When you're around people who are committed to growth, their positive mindset and energy become contagious. They inspire you to be better, do better, and think bigger. You begin to believe that you can achieve more, that you can push past your limits, and that you can overcome any obstacle. Growth-oriented people see opportunities where others see problems. They challenge you to think differently, to question the status quo, and to pursue excellence in everything you do. Choosing the right people. It's not enough to just spend time with anyone. The key is to be intentional about who you allow into your life. Growth-oriented people are those who have a vision for their own lives and are actively working toward it. They are people who are driven, passionate, and always looking for ways to improve. They are positive yet realistic. They know how to celebrate wins and learn from losses. Most importantly, they support and encourage others in their pursuit of growth. But it's not just about choosing people who are successful in their own right. It's about choosing people who will encourage you, who will hold you accountable, and who will challenge you to be your best. Surround yourself with people who push you to grow, who believe in your potential, and who bring out the best in you. The power of peer pressure. Peer pressure isn't always a bad thing. In fact, when you're around the right people, it can be a powerful motivator. Growth-oriented people hold you to a higher standard. They don't let you settle for mediocrity. They challenge you to think bigger, to take risks, and to pursue excellence in every area of your life. The positive peer pressure of being surrounded by people who are also striving for greatness helps you stay focused, motivated, and committed to your own growth. This is why it's so important to evaluate the people you spend the most time with. Are they lifting you up, or are they holding you back? Do they inspire you to do your best, or do they drag you down to their level? Your environment, both physical and social, has a direct impact on your ability to succeed. Building a growth-oriented network. If you don't have a strong circle of growth-oriented people around you right now, don't worry. You can build it. Start by seeking out people who inspire you. Look for mentors, coaches, or peers who are committed to their own growth and development. Attend events, join groups, and participate in communities where you can connect with like-minded individuals. Surround yourself with people who share your values, your vision, and your commitment to growth. Building this network may take time, but it's worth every effort. As you surround yourself with people who challenge and inspire you, you'll find that your own growth accelerates. You'll begin to think differently, act differently, and achieve differently. Your environment will become a reflection of your aspirations, and you'll be well on your way to achieving your dreams. Who you spend time with matters. Your circle has a direct impact on your mindset, your habits, and your success. Surround yourself with growth-oriented people, those who inspire, challenge, and encourage you to be better. They'll push you to think bigger, dream higher, and take action toward your goals. Choose wisely and watch how your life transforms. Habit 9, serve others. Life is not just about what you accumulate, it's about what you give. Too often we get caught up in the race for more money, more success, more things. We focus on what we can acquire, thinking that the key to happiness is getting more. But in reality, the most fulfilling moments of life come not from what we gain, but from what we give. Service to others is one of the most profound habits you can develop. It's about being there for someone else, helping them, lifting them up, and making their lives just a little bit better. It could be something small, a kind word when someone needs it, a simple favor that lightens someone's load, or even a larger act of service that has a bigger impact. No matter how big or small, these actions have a ripple effect, and in return, they give you something that no material possession ever could fulfill. The fulfillment of giving. Think about it for a moment. How often do we get caught up in our own lives, in our own problems, and forget that there's a world full of people around us who are struggling, who need support, who need encouragement? It's easy to become so focused on our own goals that we forget the power of lending a hand to someone else. But when you make serving others a part of your daily routine, something incredible happens. You start to feel a sense of fulfillment that nothing else can give you. You'll find that by serving others, you're not just making their lives better, you're enriching your own life as well. There's something deeply rewarding about knowing you've made a difference in someone else's day, even if it's in the smallest of ways. This doesn't mean that you need to take on every problem or become a martyr. It's about intentionally looking for ways to give, to help, and to be present for others. In doing so, you tap into something bigger than yourself, and that connection gives your life meaning. The power of service. Service connects you to the world around you. It reminds you that your struggles are not the only struggles in the world, and that even in difficult times, you have the ability to impact someone else's life in a positive way. When you shift your focus away from what you can get and turn it to what you can give, you begin to see the world through a different lens. You'll also notice something else. Service has a way of putting things in perspective. The things that once seemed like insurmountable obstacles begin to feel smaller. You see that your struggles, no matter how challenging they may be, are part of a bigger picture. Helping others allows you to step outside your own worries and gain a sense of purpose that goes beyond self-interest. Service also teaches humility. It reminds us that life is not just about what we achieve, but about what we contribute. Helping others is a powerful reminder that no matter where we are in life, we are all connected. No success is truly satisfying unless it is shared. Service grounds us in this truth, helping us realize that true success is measured not by what we acquire, but by what we give. Serving from the heart. The key to effective service is authenticity. If you're serving others simply because it looks good or because you feel obligated, then it will feel like a chore. But when you serve with the right heart, when you give because you genuinely want to help, the impact is far greater. Service, when done with sincerity, is an expression of compassion, empathy, and kindness. It's about seeing others not as problems to fix, but as people to support. Ask yourself, how can I serve today? It could be something simple, like holding the door for someone, or something bigger, like volunteering your time to help those in need. The point is to make service a regular part of your life. When you intentionally choose to serve others, you become a part of something bigger than yourself, a movement of kindness, compassion, and love that makes the world a better place. The ripple effect of service. The beauty of service is that it creates a ripple effect. A single act of kindness can inspire others to do the same. When you serve others, you set an example for those around you, whether they're friends, family, or strangers. You never know how your actions might impact someone else. The person you help today could be the one who goes on to do something incredible tomorrow, inspired by the kindness you showed them. But the ripple effect doesn't stop with the person you serve. Service has a way of transforming you too. Every time you give, you become a little more selfless. You develop a deeper sense of compassion and empathy. You learn to appreciate what you have and realize that your problems are often smaller than they seem. Serving others can change your life just as much as it changes the lives of those you help.